Andre, let's start with Latin America. Is there more stress to come for Argentina?
Well, actually, dare I say it, especially considering the sharp volatility we've seen in the past few weeks, dare I say it, I think there are tentative signs of stability. There's two elements to that, what you just mentioned in terms of policy, but let's put it in context. The central bank in Argentina has raised rate 1,275 basis points. So at some stage there has to be some sort of pause. But more importantly, last week when there's a rolling of what we call LABACs, which is build positions, and funding in terms of bond issuance as well, in terms of dollar bonds. Both those at least provide a reprieve for the markets.
Is this going to be contained to Argentina, or is there any systemic spillover risk, especially when you consider the transmission mechanism typically is through the financials and banking?
Well, I think that we need to put it in a broader context, not necessarily within Argentina, but first of all, LATAM and globally. I do think there are a couple of outliers out there, in particular Argentina, clearly, and Turkey. And these are, at least in terms of fundamentals, quite weak when you look at domestic considerations and being exposed by the external volatility. But in terms of contagion above and beyond that, within LATAM, I think it'd be more limited. There's more very independent stories in the likes of Mexico and Brazil. And then more importantly, globally, I do think these are very much ring-fenced events, even if headlines suggest otherwise.
What about the political risk in the region, though? Andre, Venezuela, many don't see Maduro surviving politically beyond next year. Brazil, it's still in the thick of the Lava Jato corruption probe. This is not the best investment backdrop, is it?
Well, certainly EM is not for the faint-hearted, and you could cite many years in terms of political risks, in terms of timetables. But yes, you're absolutely right. I mean, this year, there's quite a lot on the horizon, whether it's in Mexico on the 1st of July in terms of elections, whether it be on the 1st of October in terms of Brazil. But in the case of Brazil, which is the key barometer regionally and globally, I think it's too early to draw conclusions. This is similar to the World Cup. We've got about 17 candidates, and it's far too early to decide whether we're in the semis or finals as yet. So those are the big ones. Venezuela, I think we're already used to what's happened last year, so I don't think it's going to have much of a ripple effect within its country.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.